It is the big question that every flight simmer has been asking. What is better, or what should I get? X-Plane 11 or Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? We're going to take a deep dive into this in this video. Hopefully you enjoy it. And hopefully by the end of the video, you have a better understanding of what sim you're going to get and what sim do you think is going to be the future of flight sim. So before, I wanted to take you on a side-by-side approach in Sydney of the two sims. Enjoy, and then we'll get right into it. Now it is time to introduce our first simulator of the video, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, also known as MSFS or FS 2020. So, this sim was quoted to be the next gen sim and was released on PC firstly in August 2020, and almost a year later in July 2021 it was released on the Xbox console. So you can play this sim on PC and Xbox, which is the first sim to do that on the market. We're currently at Miami Airport with Payware Latin VFR scenery, and we can see already that, you know, it looks beautiful, looks stunning. I love the visuals and graphics in the simulator right now, but we're going to look deeper at them later on in the video. So definitely it is a very exciting simulator, and now we're going to introduce the next sim, which is X-Plane 11. So let's see what it has to offer as well. Now we're in X-Plane 11. This sim was released in November 2016, and there were also many versions prior to it. So we had X-Plane 10, X-Plane 9, and more. So this sim is a lot older than the, which you can probably call it brand new, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, released only last year. So there's been a lot more time to develop this sim, bring in third-party content. We're currently at a Payware airport for Los Angeles by short final, or Mr. X. It's a really good airport, by the way. And we're in the Zero mod, Boeing 737-800. We're gonna go through, explains visuals, weather, FPS, performance, and a lot more. So now we've overviewed and introduced both simulators, it's time to firstly compare the sceneries. Now it is time to compare the scenery of both simulators, and we are currently in the amazing and beautiful downtown Miami. So Miami is one of the cities that incorporates photogrammetry data. So what you see here, these buildings are like that in real life. So look at the amazing detail here. Absolutely incredible. Look at they're like apartments, or could be a hotel complex. We got the Marriott there. It isn't fully, you know, it isn't perfect, but when you're flying at high altitudes, you really can't see the difference. Look, I love these trees as well. Look at those trees. Oh. I'm looking up right now with this data and photogrammetry objects. Absolutely insane. This is all streamed to your PC or your console, so you don't install any of it. It's all streamed via your internet connection. So, wow, that is a gorgeous building up there. Look at that. That is amazing. So, Miami is incredible. They have football fields, stadiums, baseball pitches. They're all modeled like real life. It really is incredible what they've managed to do here at Sobo, the developers of the sim. Looks amazing. We've got the Bank of America over there as well. Now we'll look at some more cities in the sim. Now we're at New York and we're near Manhattan, and the scenery here is absolutely insane. Once again, like Miami, it is full photogrammetry data. There's the Empire State Building. There's the Trade Center over there. This is amazing. Look at New York. That is absolutely incredible. Now we'll head further south. And we'll go a bit lower, like Miami now. You can hear some car noises, car horns and everything. There's the Trade Center. Look at that. Now, what you get in the simulator is a bit of stuff like this that I assume it could either be some construction site, or it could be just some of the elevation data is a little bit off there. But as you know, even here too, even here with the trees, yeah. So these are the downsides of this data in the sim. Hopefully it gets worked on, but yeah. So here you can see it. Doesn't look very good over here, doesn't it, to be honest? With the trees and stuff. Yeah, not the best over here. But there's your downside to all this stuff. Even on the roof, yeah, not that good. But up here, where you fly, I don't think you'll be flying a Dreamliner down here. Or certainly hope not. You'll be flying it up here. So from up here, you really can't see anything. Looks perfect. So from flying level, no big deal at all. We can look around now. Look at the beauty of Manhattan. We can see Central Park up ahead, further north. But overall, New York looks amazing. Now, this video wouldn't be complete without me showing you the scenery from higher altitudes. So, we are in Salt Lake City, Utah, and here we have the terrain, all the mountains surrounding the city, and now we'll get a better look of it. Particularly when you're flying up at your flying altitude, so you'll be a lot higher than down in Miami, New York. Here we go. So far from the ortho scenery from Bing, that is being streamed right now, looks pretty good. I don't know if this color, it looked to me like a bit of a color mismatch over here with the sort of the brownish tinge, and then it goes to green. It's quite like a little line there. I don't know if that's real or maybe an error in it, but yeah. But looks really nice. So now we can look at the scenery that you will see. There's Salt Lake. Looks really nice. So all the scenery in the simulator is auto. So it's like having your auto for X-Plane 11. It's just auto being streamed. So instead of storing it on your hard drive like X-Plane, it is streamed through your internet connection to the simulator. So we can see some scenery is loading in right there, like over here. See, I assume this party isn't fully loaded, but this party is loaded. So we can see some tiles there. Look down now. There's the city. There's the airport there, with no scenery at all, just default. Okay, SLC airport. But the scenery here is really impressive, I've got to say. I think it's really impressive. Now, to add some variation and to make it a fair comparison, we're going to look at some European scenery. Now, it's not only the USA that has the amazing ortho. The ortho surrounds pretty much the whole world. So now we are in Berlin to look at some more European scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So here we go. Berlin, Brandenburg is below us, I believe. Yep, there it is. Cool. Okay. This camera, come on. There we go. This camera can be a little bit weird sometimes, kind of. So the ortho looks amazing here as well. Looking at it compared to the ortho I have in X-Plane, which you will see when I look at the scenery there, I don't know, it could be just me, but the ortho sort of looks a bit bland. Like the colors aren't very vibrant, if you know what I mean. They don't really, you know, like they don't really pop out, or yeah, it looks quite dull and bland, to be honest. But the scenery is amazing, don't get me wrong, it looks incredible. Look at that. It's beautiful. So for me, definitely having the auto coverage is one of the best things about the simulator. And over the next few years, I assume that it will be worked on even more. So it's really exciting to see what they come up with. So the developers, really exciting. Now we've seen a fair share of scenery in MSFS. It's time to look at scenery in X-Plane 11. So let's take a look at that. What we have here is default scenery for X-Plane. So there's no auto that's being streamed to your PC on this one. This is basically, oh, I don't know what happened there. This is basically the default textures that you get. That's very fascinating over there, okay? Here it is. So you have a little bit of the lake model there, the salt and stuff. Here's the mountains, city terrain. So that is what default scenery looked like for X-Plane 11. Here's a little look at Miami in X-Plane. As you can see, there is quite a big difference, in my opinion, between how it looks in this sim and how it looks in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I think that the photogrammetry data used in MSFS really enhances the experience here. So once again, this is plain old default scenery. This is all your auto gen, but that is how it looks. Welcome to Manhattan in X-Plane. I have spawned on a helipad, by the way. I don't know, where's my airplane, oh, where am I? There I am, I just spawned over there. That's how I can get the shot. But here it is. Welcome to Manhattan. There was the trade building, there's the Empire State Building, and there's Central Park. I'm doing it once again with plain old default ground scenery to make it fair. If you add in ortho and the ortho called VStates, it will look a lot better. Here is the Empire State Building. There it is, so there's Manhattan in X-Plane 11. With X-Plane, as the auto isn't streamed to your PC, you can use a plugin called Auto 4XP to make your own ortho photos, but they have to be stored on your own hard drive. So I've made some orthos for Greece that I've edited and color corrected as well, called X Auto Greece, that is now for free on the X-Plane forums. You can get it for free now. But here's an example of what ortho can look like in X-Plane. So I think it can look really, really good. There it is. Look at a nice little ocean there. So if you have X-Plane, you can definitely get ortho. And there's so many developers making ortho, like you have Vertical Sim making free VStates that gives you outstanding ortho for the USA, or color corrected. You have ortho for Australia, Greece now, ortho for the UK, Ireland, Jamaica, Canada. You can get ortho photos for the whole world, and it looks really, really good. But the downside is that it isn't streamed, it is stored on your hard drive, so it can take up terabytes. Yeah, I'm talking terabytes of data on your hard drive. So that is the downside, but it sure does look pretty beautiful, if you ask me. Now you've compared the global scenery of both simulators, it's time to look at the airports. Obviously, the airports are really important in flight simulators, and of course, having a high quality airport that you buy, it will be a lot better than having, you know, a freeware airport most of the time, or having just regular default scenery. So we're going to look at both sides today. Now we're going to begin with a high quality payware scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This here is Brussels by Just Sim. That costs around 24 euros. So it is for, I think it's a high quality airport. Look at the detail at Brussels. Incredible. We've got, you know, custom jetways, and the texturing is incredible. Absolutely amazing. Look at that modeling. So I believe that the quality of payware airport sceneries in this sim is incredible. Look at the detail here. Look at the runways, the ground texturing, all incredible. What a beautiful scenery this is. And already there is a ton of scenery on the market in only a year's time. So developers are really bringing it out quickly. And with quality like this, I am really impressed with the scenery market for this sim by now. Really impressed. Looks really good. Let's check out some more sceneries. Now here's another example of a payware airport. This is Flight Temple Sydney for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and another insanely good scenery. They even got the hotels modelled. I believe this is the international terminal. We'll go over to the right side now, which is home of Qantas and the domestic flights. The modelling in this airport is also insane. Like we can basically be a person and like a model going inside to check in. It is incredible. Look at that Qantas hangar. Insane. And another advantage is that there are many sceneries out for cities. So I have installed Orbit Sydney Cityscape scenery, which is also payware. And so I get an amazing representation of the actual city. So here's the city. We can see the Harbour Bridge there, and the Opera House is a little bit behind, but just to, you know what, go a bit faster. We'll take us years to get there. Let's try it. How's that? There you go, it's better. So this is all about scenery for Sydney. They have a lot of sceneries available for cities like Mumbai, Dubai, Frankfurt, Singapore as well. We've got the Sydney Tower. Look at the detail here, and that, oh, this is amazing. We even got the very famous Sydney ferries modelled. I've been here a lot of times, as I'm from Australia, so it really looks amazing. And I love it, I love the scenery. How impressive is that? That blows me away even more. Look at that. There's a ferry over there. We can say hi to the ferry. That could be off to Taronga Zoo or Manly, I think. Here it is. How insane is that? So this is an example of the insane quality of scenery out for this sim. Microsoft Flight Simulator. It is absolutely incredible. I believe this scenery costed around, I think it was around like 15 Australian dollars. I think that's similar to the airport scenery too. So I think most sceneries come in around this price range. So usually around 10 to 20. But yeah, it looks incredible. Now, to make it even better, let's look at it at nighttime. Sorry, wrong one. Weather. Nighttime. Now, nighttime in Microsoft Flight Simulator looks incredible. Oh my god, look at that scenery. We have purple lighting. We have blue lights, we have green lights. No, really, this is insane. This is insane. Look at that. Look. Oh my gosh. Even the ferries have lights in them. Insane. Let's have a look at the harbour now. Oh my gosh. Look at that. What a scene. Absolutely insane. So now we've done a few little payware scenery previews. Let's look at what you get with some freeware sceneries. To make it as fair as a comparison as it can be, we now have a freeware scenery that costs nothing for the airport London Stansted in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which is free. And this could easily be a high quality power airport. And amazing, look how incredible this is. What a rendition of the airport. The detail, look at the transparent glass, you can go right through it. We've got static Ryzen airplanes. They basically run the airport, don't they? Ryanair runs Europe. But the detail in a free scenery is tremendous. We've got a little Jet 2 over there from the 7. We can go up now and look at the author for London. Here it is. We'll little look for you all. Looks pretty good, as all of it does around the world. Insane for free scenery. Now we're going to look at another free scenery, this time in New Delhi, India. Let's check it out. Here we have a freeware airport for New Delhi, India. Have a look at this. Another amazing job. By the way, all links to the sceneries I talk about today are below, down below. So if you want to look at them, I have links in the video's description page. Okay. It looks superb, doesn't it? Amazing. So now we've gone over quite a lot of scenery in this sim. So that'll conclude the scenery tour in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And we'll now head to Explain 11 and we'll look at the global scenery, ortho, airport scenery, freeware and payware. We'll do all that stuff here in this sim into Explain. So let's head over to Explain. As shown in the overview, here we have Explain 11, a payware scenery for KLAX, which is Los Angeles International Airport in California. It's an amazing portrayal of the airport, I think. I love the ground texturing. I love the runway texturing. I love the orthos surrounding the area. We can look better at... Here we go. Look at the terminals here. It looks really good. I love this airport, I really do. The famous control tower over there. We've got working fans that are spinning. Really good airport. Here's an example. Also, this is one of the best payware sceneries available right now for Explain 11. I think it's definitely top of the range. And this scenery for KLAX, Los Angeles, I think is a great representation of the high-end range of payware sceneries for Explain 11. Now we'll look at another scenery. Here's another lovely payware scenery for Explain 11. It says Athens LGAV Airport, done by Tampa. Here it is. So look, we've got a hotel there. Hotel for Athens. Looks real good. The jet bridges there. So another high quality scenery done for Explain. Hopefully by looking at two payware sceneries you can see the difference, or you can compare them. So you can compare this scenery with the payware sceneries that you saw in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And hopefully that will help you make your decision. Here's an example of a freeware scenery for Explain 11. This is for Quebec City, CYQB Airport. So with scenery for Explain, they use libraries. So we have scenery libraries. So we have objects like this that are made using the libraries, I think. So here are some examples of the objects used. Little fuel tank. Some of my airplanes over there as well. Yeah, so there's an example of a scenery, and we'll look at another one too. Here's a little video showcasing one of my favorite sceneries for Explain. This is a free one. This is for Boston, K-Boss. And this is an incredible free scenery. So let's look at this little video showcasing it. That looks really incredible, doesn't it? Looks amazing. Here's our static planes, FedEx ramp. Probably one of the best freeware scenarios you can get, I think, on Explain. I love flying in and out of Boston with the scenery. It is really incredible. I love it. Okay, and that'll do it. So there's an example of a great Explain freeware scenery. Now, I don't know about you, but I think the aircraft are a really important thing in a flight simulator. So here we have the aircraft on offer in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So The version I have is the highest version, which is the Premium Deluxe version. So I have a total of 40 aircraft right now, including the FlyByWire SC2NX mod. So if I didn't have that, there'll be 39 planes. We have them into categories with all turboprops, jets, others, because you can get literally cars and boats in this sim as well. It is that insane. Propeller planes and airliners. I think most of us are going to be into the airliners, so we'll go to the airliners page first. Here we have what comes. This is an add-on, by the way. It's not flyable yet, so we can basically ignore that. We have the default SC-20neo aircraft, the default 747-8 aircraft, Beauty of the Skies, the default Dreamliner. And what's good about aircraft is that there are so many people and companies making freeware add-ons. So the FlyByWire mod is, I'll say, the Zebo mod in MSFS. So this airplane is insane. A lot better than the plain default one. I find that these aircraft have weird flight models when they're default, but now there are mods for all of them. You have the FlyByWire mod for this one here. You have the SaltySimulations mod for this one here, and you have the Heavy Division mod for this one here. So they're all modded out, really. This sim is really good for GA. I'll go deeper when we summarize them, but there's a lot of planes on offer. You have 30 of them, so you have your serious planes, you have your Aviats, your X-Cubs, seaplanes. There is a wide range of seaplanes available. So here's a little look through them. Here's a seaplane there. That's pretty cool. A flying car, I call it. So you have a ton of GA propeller planes, seaplanes in this sim. Like a load of them, so many. So that is what we have on offer in MSFS. What do we have here? Yep, so we have more planes there. Jets as well. A few little business jets available too. And we can look at the aircraft now. We can go, where is it? My hangar. We can look at the, Dreamliner, for example. There it is. What a beautiful looking aircraft, I've got to say, isn't it? Looks amazing. We can go inside now. I'm running the Heavy Division mod, so it'll look a lot better. But yeah, really, really lovely airplane. Now we'll see what aircraft we have on offer in X-Plane 11. And I've got to say as well, that as this sim gets older, there are going to be many power planes coming out. So it's only been out for a year as of this video date. So PMDG is going to bring their whole fleet across. Phoenix is making a really good 20, it seems. So yeah, it's a bright future. Over to X-Plane 11. Being an older simulator, of course, there are better airplanes out for X-Plane 11. I have 12 payware or freeware, like third-party airplanes right now. So I got quite a few of them. In total, on my sim, there are 34 planes. 12 of them are third-party. So that leaves 22 of them to be default. So we've got 22 default planes, and we had 39 planes available in MSFS that were default. So a lot more available in MSFS, definitely. There's a lot less like GA planes and seaplane stuff available in X-Plane 11. But of course, I think a sim is really shines when you have third-party aircraft. I think third-party aircraft make a flight sim what it is. That is why I got quite a few third-party aircraft available here. And you know what? I'll show you some of them. So I'll show you, it's probably one of my favorites. The I&I builds Airbus A310 aircraft over here. I'll spawn in with it here. We can spawn in. We'll do. What should we do? We'll do Toronto actually. URZ. And we'll spawn in at a gate, and we'll go engines off here. We'll spawn in, and I'll show you what one of the power aircraft is like in X-Plane. But overall, right now, I believe that the best power planes and the best quality planes are definitely with X-Plane. But you have a lot more GA planes. Now I'll say they're pretty good GA planes actually. They have nice modeling available in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So definitely a lot more planes over there. But aircraft wise, third party wise, goes with X-Plane 11, definitely. Here's a look at the plane now. This is the I&I builds Airbus A310 aircraft. Cost £70. It's got a working EFP and everything. It is truly an incredible aircraft. I love it a lot. A nice exterior model. Excellent system depth. I'll say it's a party level aircraft. There's an outside view over there. Looks really good. It's even got ground services and everything. It is an amazing aircraft. I love it. Truly, truly incredible. So for me, third party planes right now go to X-Plane 11. You can look at the cabin as well. Like, look at that cabin. It even has like lights as well. It is truly insane. As shown there. Yeah, amazing airplane. It's time to check out the weather engine and the weather modeling in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I can tell you already, it is unbelievable. I am on live weather right now. So it's like in Miami, pretty. I assume this is your typical Florida weather, right? I'll show you the different weather presets we have. Clear skies. Looks nice, but yeah, nothing special at all really. A bit smaller. Few clouds. I love these clouds. These are high-end clouds, they're not ultra. There we go. Scatter clouds looks a bit better, doesn't it? Let me move it in a little bit. She's quite. Yeah. Broken clouds. Oh boy, look at that. How good does that look? High level clouds. Ooh, they're very high up. You can even change the different cloud layers as well. Overcast. Let all that load in. Look at that. And we have rain. I love the rain modeling here on the windows too. That looks really nice. We have snow. Look at that. Snowing in Miami. Snowing in Florida. How cool is that? Storm. Okay. Storm 1. Look at that weather. If that doesn't blow you away, I don't know what will. We can even make it a little bit later on during the day. Oh. Let's make it a few clouds. Oh. You can change the time of day as well. Oh my gosh. Oh. How good is that? Overall, the weather in it. Whoa. That is screenshot worthy. The weather in this simulator, incredible. We even got the wet ground textures too. How good do they look? Of course, I'm at a power airport, so I shouldn't look better, but incredible. Look at that weather. The weather is free, the weather is default. Absolutely insane. That is beautiful. So let's look at the weather in X-Plane 11 now. Let's see how it compares. Now let's look at the weather engine and the weather modeling in X-Plane 11. So, here we are. We can look at the view now. Clear skies. These clouds have been slightly modified as I'm using Active Sky XP textures for the clouds, but they look like they look similar to the default ones anyway. So there we go. Cirrus clouds, scatter clouds. I like the ones I'm using. I think they look pretty good actually. These clouds, I really do. Broken clouds, nice. Overcast. There we go. Now we'll go over to low visibility. Oh, is that a bit of rain? I see. Then check. We can go to foggy now. There's the weather. And we did it in our substitute, didn't we? Yeah, so we'll do that in here too. Alright, there. Oh, it's very dark. Okay, don't want that. So we'll go to daytime and we'll go to stormy. Yeah, so this is what a storm in X-Plane looks like, guys. This is what a storm looks like. So here are your rain effects in X-Plane 11. A bit different to the ones in Microsoft, aren't they? Quite different to the ones in Microsoft. And we'll go like cirrus clouds and sunset. Yeah, so that's what the sunset looks like in X-Plane compared to Microsoft. And that is our weather engine to a complete of both simulators. Here is an example of the amazing water you get in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Look at the quality of the water, look at those waves. In Sydney Harbour, isn't that gorgeous? Look at the city behind us as well. But there we go. Absolutely incredible. Just look at the waves just go around. That is insane. Look at how the sun reflects on the water. What a view that is. Now, as we don't really fly planes this low, if you do, you're a bit of a crazy pilot. I don't think we'll see an F-30 here anytime soon. So we're going to go up high. And that is what you get from a higher altitude. Let's have a look. Beautiful. So there's the water colors and stuff. It will change on your location. So in Miami, the water looks a bit more turquoise, as obviously you're going sunny Florida. Now we can go a little bit down again. Here's a good image of the water in the vast ocean over there. Ooh, awesome. Wow, look at that as you get closer. But there, you can even hear sound of the waves as well. That is awesome. A bit louder so you can hear that. That is so good. Now once again, here's default water. So we'll look at the water in X-Plane 11. And we'll check it out and compare the two. here we have the X-Plane water textures. So, as it's an old simulator, or not old, it's older than Microsoft. I have a plugin for my water, or a little mod for it. Well, I'm getting 128 FPS right now. Ooh, really nice. So we can go to my Python Lua. I'm going to turn off my water plugin, my water wave plugin now. So right now we've just plain old default water. There it is. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Same color, same waves as if you just get the simulator right now and install it. Here's our water view from close up. There it is. Not as many waves. I can probably add waves to the water. I assume I can. What is the water? Yeah, there you go. Full waves. Yeah. This is what default waves look like. And with my mod, once again, link to the mod linked in the video's description below. I'm gonna put in my mod now. I believe it's working now, isn't it? Is my mod in? Yes, so there's the X-Plane water textures. This is a bit of a issue over there with the elevation and mesh file. Yeah, there's the X-Plane water. There has definitely been a lot of talk and controversy surrounding the performance and FPS simmers are getting in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. A lot of it, after the update especially, it is blown up. So, I have my FPS tracker in the top right here. My settings, high-end preset, 4K monitor, game is 70. Specs are below. It's a RTX 3070 Super and a Ryzen 9 900X. I'll put my specs in some text right now so you can see them clearly on the video. But high-end preset, I've got my terrain level of detail maxed out, and my object level of detail also maxed to 200, but the rest high-end preset. There we go. Let's go back. So, stationary at Pathway Airport, which is flight beam KIAD. We're pulling in around 45 FPS, around there. Now, obviously, when you're flying, you are moving. So we're gonna fly around a little bit and see what my FPS is like in this aircraft. So I'll see you on the runway for a little flight. Let's just show quickly. Here's the FPS at night time with rain. Around 35. Now we'll do our flight. So we can I'll do daylight, and I'll do it to make it even. I'll go a few clouds, yeah. That'll be good. That's probably what you will see. So, we're pulling in 40 FPS right now. I'm using the FlyByWire mod as well, so not your default plane. Let's do a little departure. I'm probably gonna get a warning. I'm not. Okay, cool. Okay, off we go. Let's do it. So we are once again flight beam PID Airport, Washington DC, Dallas Airport. Around 40 FPS, I think. Yeah, 36 around there. And as we climb out, I will show you the FPS with different weather set and stuff. And rotate around here. Positive rate, you're going up. Here's an outside view, by the way, so around the same FPS there. Level climb, we'll go to climb. So here's the FPS. 40. I'm going to show you the weather. So let's make it live weather now. And see, so as it loads in, there's a bit of lag. But with live weather, We're still getting basically around 40 FPS, but we're going to slow now, that's fine. Okay, now we're going so fast. There we go. Let's make it stormy. Look at the FPS now. Wow, 45 FPS. Amazing. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see how smooth it is. So let's do a few zoom by stuff. Do a few view changing. A bit of view changing there. There we go. A bit of lightning. Oh my gosh. So pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. We'll do a few. We'll look at the rain effect. I'm going to go through all my views and see how smooth it is. So quite smooth. Quite smooth. Up there. Down there. Up here. Down there. Up there. Across. Wing view. Other view. Overall, I'm happy. Quite a smooth experience. For me, it has definitely improved with Sim Update 5. 100%. I think almost double, I reckon. I reckon, yeah, almost double my FPS increase. Okay. We can go drone camera, same FPS there, outside same FPS there, pretty good. Yeah, so I think in my system, it's pretty good FPS. Awesome. Before we check out the FPS in X-Plane, here are my settings for it. So under graphics, I'm using Vulkan. I got my visual effects to high, so basically I would say it's high. I just have my reflection detail to minimal because I don't think it does much at all. And I actually prefer it to minimal. But there we are. Here's a look at the FPS in X-Plane 11. So I'm at a Power Airport KLAX and I'm pulling in almost 50 FPS, 48 around there. So I would say it's actually pretty similar to the FPS I was getting in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 as well, isn't it? It is definitely a bit higher. Like, yeah, I'm getting like, yeah, now I'm getting above 60. There we go. There we go. Now it's rising. Let's try a takeoff. Oh man, it's off at the moment. I better get that on. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Okay. Beautiful. Engines are running. Flaps. We'll just go. Of course it will beep as I've not even done my FMC yet or anything, but look at the FPS. 37, yes, they're quite low now. Yeah. It's around 40 FPS. I'm also using clouds from Active Sky as well. And here I have removed the ortho so you can look at the default scenery. As you know, the scenery in MSFS was also default, so to make it fair, I have default scenery here too. Yeah, so around 40 FPS in the sky. We can go outside a little bit. Now it's high, okay, so now it's around 60, isn't it? Yeah, so there's a look at the FPS. We can edit some clouds, do the overcast clouds. What does it do to the FPS? 49, 40, yeah, so a little bit lower. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think it is higher than MSFS, but weather, of course, would change it a little bit, won't it? Cool, okay. Also, different planes, like the third body aircraft, would have a different impact on FPS as well. So, I'll probably definitely be expecting better FPS in plain old default aircraft, of course. There we go. Now it's time to discuss the futures of both sims. So firstly, we're going to begin with what do I think of the future of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So it is a new sim, and I believe that with its solid foundation with the weather, engine, the cloud, the scenery, the ortho, this sim I think has a great chance of being the sim of the future. So if I keep on improving it, once we get those promised third-party planes from PMDG and Quality Wings and all those high-quality developers, with the scenery already out for this sim, which is incredible, I see this sim has nothing to lose, and it can be the future of flight sim, because what we are seeing in a year's time of it being out, having it on Xbox, getting more people involved in the community, I think has been exceptional. I love the scenery, I love it. Just add in a PMDG, whatever, a Boeing plane, they're all pretty good from them. add in a high quality third party aircraft and improve the scenery. We might get photogrammetry for the whole world as well. We're adding DX12, Sobo are saying DX12 should be released in 2021. possibly getting a replay mode coming in. It's so exciting. It is a really exciting future for this sim, and I really can't wait to see what it holds and what the outcome of it will be in maybe a year's time. I think if you give it 1 year or 2 years, this sim will show its true potential with all the third-party planes, because with X-Plane, right, it has good third-party airplanes. Once this sim gets third-party airplanes, you know, there is no limit on what it can do. So very exciting. I think this sim has a very, very, very bright future. So what do I think about the future of X-Plane? From what we've seen, I think X-Plane has a very bright future, because I think there's so many third-party planes coming out, including I&I builds, a 380. We have Rotate bringing out a plane. We've got the Q400 coming out. We have an A340 coming out. We have a Dreamliner coming out, a Flight Vector. We have a 777B2 coming out. I see this sim having a very bright future, and not many of you may see it. But I think with its huge fan base that it's built over the past few years, and all the quality third-party aircraft, I think currently it has a very big advantage over MSFS right now with the third-party aircraft. So I see a bright future with X-Plane. I think that we are seeing a new version in the making. I don't believe that those new trees and the new lighting model and clouds are going to be out in X-Plane 11. I think they'll be out in a newer version. So maybe it's X-Plane 12, maybe they'll call it something different. We don't know anything about that yet. But I see a really bright future for X-Plane, so I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what they have. I believe Austin's going to announce their plans during Flight Sim Expo in 1 month's time into September. So that'll be pretty exciting there. I wonder what they'll do. Could be X-Plane 12 or another thing, but yeah, I see a very bright future with X-Plane. Now we have a little sneak peek of the future of X-Plane. So the whole team there have been working on, we've had lighting models, clouds are hopefully being worked on, and trees. So here's some previews now of the future of X-Plane 11. Enjoy. Now it's time to chat about what I think is best for you, and this answer would really depend on what simmer you are, how experienced are you with aviation and flight simming. So it's quite a lot to talk about here. I'm going to suggest that if you are new to flight sim, that you go with MSFS. I think that if you have little experience prior, and if you are more in it for a long-term future, I think your best sim is going to be Microsoft Flight Simulator. Even though the aircraft, there aren't as many yet, give it a few years time, I think there will be plenty of aircraft there and plenty of really, really high quality planes out as well. If you are a person that likes GA flying, if you like GA or VFR flying, I also suggest that you go with Microsoft as well. I think for GA flying and VFR, that is superior to X-Plane with its better scenery. So basically, I think that if you are new or you like GA, go with MSFS. If you are desperate for airliners right now and you can't wait another year, or maybe even 2 years, I would go with X-Plane. So if you want the best realism and the best system depth, go with X-Plane 11 or whatever they have coming out as well, because also I assume there'll be a pretty good future for that team as well. Hopefully that helps you over there. So I suggest that new simmers People who like GA, go with MSFS. People who need realism, I'm sure it will come for MSFS too. But if you want realism now and you want many airplanes now, and you can be fine with losing a bit of scenery just for realism, go with X-Plane. I think could be your best bet. Also, performance-wise, if you can run MSFS firstly, if you can't run it, go with X-Plane. X-Plane for me is a lot easier to run, and I can get a lot more FPS. So, if you have like a little, well, it could be a low PC or to a medium MPC, I reckon you should go with X-Plane. If you have a PC that can handle advanced games, I should also say that you go with MSFS because the graphics are amazing and it has an amazing future. So hopefully that answers your questions. If it doesn't or you want more advice, please leave a comment down below. I read all the comments I get. Also, join my server on Discord. We have over 200 members in there now. And all of us will be happy to help you out with your choice to join the community. Welcome to everyone new to the community who joins on Xbox. I think it's great having people join on a console. I think that is fantastic. Also, if you enjoyed this 1 hour long video, it took me a long time to put together, so please give it a like. And also, please press the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my videos or streams. I stream a lot in both sims, so whatever sim, I'll stream in it. Join me on my live streams. We do a little long hauls, short hauls, GA planes, group flights. We have a ton of fun on there. So subscribe, join my streams. I would love to have you on there. They're a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this video has helped you decide what sim is better or what sim you're going to get. And I really thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it.